Good morning and welcome to your Thursday morning yoga class. Lovely to see everybody on screen. I don't think I have any announcements, and I think today we're going to go a little bit slower. Let's just see what happens. I've been doing a lot of power yoga classes, really challenging myself and all of you, but today we might slow it down and really feel into the poses. That being said, as usual, let's go ahead and settle in. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position. And begin by connecting with your breath. Eyes want to close, that's fine, although there's plenty of people who practice meditation and mindfulness, their eyes open, but just gently focus. Maybe follow one breath from the tip of your nose, down the back of your throat, filling lungs and belly and back out. And then follow another. As if you're watching waves crash on the beach. One after another, never the same. Maybe you can even hear the sound of your breath like the ocean wave. This is all you need to do. One breath after another. I'm going to read you a poem while you breathe out of the book What's True Here by Dana Falden. This one's called The Practice of Yoga. Very appropriate. A luminous thread winds through movement and breath, stretching all the way back to the soul center. Practice done to nurture that connection becomes embodied prayer, a daring experiment in revealing and receiving truth. When I practice in this way, divine presence touches every facet of my day, transforming ordinary moments into treasures and turning the simplest of tasks into holy offerings. Practice draws me closer to the one whose goodness and love radiates in all directions. No matter what mood or attitude I begin with, practice never fails to leave me changed. It's magic of connecting breath and movement. And follow 3 more breaths. Move the body. And then with this next breath, let us open our eyes and raise our arms to the sky on the inhale. And exhale, let those hands come down. Inhale, up, arms reach up, eyes look up. Exhale, hands come down, eyes gaze down at the mat. One more time, inhale, look up, and this time, exhale, hands forward. We're going to come child's pose. So come to the back of your mat and child's pose, arms reach out. Finding that breath again, opening the shoulders, breathing into the belly. Seeing how much you can lengthen the spine by reaching the tailbone back and the fingertips forward. And then we're going to alternate between child's pose and shifting our weight forward through our hands, dropping our hips and lifting our heels, bringing big toes together. Knees are slightly splayed, eyes and chest reach up for swan. Reach hips back, forehead touches, and then shift forward to swan. Waking up that spine. Letting your breath decide when you're moving from one position to the next. Two basically moves. And then be back in child's pose. Coming up to all fours. Putting the knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. We inhale, look up. Dropping the belly, lifting the tailbone. Exhale, round the back. Again, I'm not going to cue this because I want your breath to cue between these two movements. Noticing the fingertips are spread wide, pushing into the palms and the fingertips. Meet me again in neutral spine. We're going to reach that right foot back and place the toes and ball of the foot down, and then we're going to shift back and forth, stretching out the back of that foot and rocking back and forth on the wrist. So you can even make little circles. Excellent. Then reach that right foot up, and then reach the right foot to the left side and look over the left shoulder. Nice side stretch. Really reaching those right ribs out and looking back at that foot. Come back center, and then swing the right foot all the way out to the right, and you can set it down. See if you can get it all the way out there, straight out from the side, and then we're going to reach the hips back for child's pose with the leg out. Nice stretch in the leg. Playing with these passive poses to feel the stretch. You can tweak the moves to make it feel just right for your body. Then come back up to all fours. Lift that right foot. Hold it out there. Hold it out there. Hold it out there. And then reach it back. Let's reach that left hand forward while that right foot's back. Toes point down. And then our two moves here are lifting, heel and hand, and then elbow, nose to knee. Up and in. Again, you decide how fast, how slow, connecting with the breath, opening and closing the core. And your breath sound like the ocean. And let's extend together. And set it down. And wiggle. Undulate spine. Let's reach that left foot back, put the toes down. And again, we're going to stretch out that foot by shifting the weight back and forth. Around and round on the ball of that foot. And reaching that left foot up and bringing it to the right side. And looking over the right shoulder, opening the side body. One more breath, really reaching the ribs out, and reach that left leg up, and bring the left leg all the way out to the right, and set it down. Go ahead and reach those hips back for half child's pose with the leg extended, so you get a nice stretch in that leg. Coming back to the breath over and over again. And come on back up. Reach that left foot up and hold it out. Really engaging those cheek muscles, butt cheek muscles. And then reach it back. And reach right hand up. Belly pulls towards spine. And then we're going to lift and curl it in. Lift and curl it in. Lift. Curl it in. Lift. Finding your own rhythm. Opening and closing. And then making an extension. And then set it down. Spinal undulation. Let's go ahead and lower the whole body to the floor. And then let's bring our hands to the top corners of the mat, maybe even slightly off the mat. So with your forehead down, your arms are cactused. And then we're going to come up and make your fingertips like tents. So you're pushing into all 10 fingertips and lifting the chest. Variation of cobra. Tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. And rolling down. Let's come up into that again. Inhale up. Eyes gaze forward and breathe. Shoulders drop from ears and lower. Hands come back by sides. Let's do one that we don't normally do. Lift your hips and place your hands palms up under your thighs. Forehead's on the mat. And then we're going to lift the chest and head. Let's just do that first so it looks like that. and set it down. And now we're going to lift the chest and head in the right leg. Finding the breath, strengthening the back. So, you've probably done it already. Lift the left leg and set it down. And then while we're here, we might as well lift both legs and the chest and see if you can bring the big toes together. For me, that makes it so much harder, so much easier to spread them out. Lift, lift, lift. And take it back down. Well done. Bring the hands by the ribs. And let's tuck the toes and come up to plank. Just holding the plank and feeling our strength. Let's put the left knee down and roll to the left side by reaching our right hand up for side plank. This left foot can come here or kick out for a kickstand, the bottom foot, while this right hip's really reaching up. Eyes can gaze up at that right thumb. And if you feel really strong, you can add lifting the right foot or bringing that hand over the head. And if you want one more variation, you can bend that knee and drop the right hand behind and grab it and open the heart. And then turn back. Place the right foot down. Step the left foot back. So meet in plank again. Few breaths here just to feel our power. And then place the right knee down. Roll and reach the left hand up. Modified side plank on this side. Remember, you can always find the place where it's just right for your body in this moment in time. So different variations, lifting the foot, moving the hand, and bending the foot and bringing the hand behind and grabbing it to open the chest. And then slowly find your way back out and come back to spinal undulation. Wag the tail, move the neck, find mobility in that spine. From here, let's go ahead and tuck the toes and come into our first downward dog. As usual, in downward dog, you can bend the knees, reach the tailbone up, 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 drop the head between the upper arms, and then slowly pedal the feet back, one or the other. If those heels reach all the way down, you can lift all 10 toes. And then feeling into the stillness. It's in the stillness and the silence when we can see the patterns of our lives. We can become almost the observer of our thoughts and our emotions. The awareness. And then sometimes in that we can have insights. But we have to be willing to find that stillness so we can hear it. From From here, look up at your thumbs and walk, step, or jump those feet to that spot. Bend the thighs. Let's bring our big toes together. And drop the head. And then lift the hips. Again, celebrating where we are today. Letting the weight of our body stretch out those hamstrings. And then let's slowly roll up. Front of the head lifts last. And then let's bring our hands over our head. Fingertips touch. And then prayer through the center as we come to mountain pose. Let's reach the right hand up and across the body. Reach, 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 and around. And then left hand up, across the body, and around. And then both hands up, meet at the top. Prayer through the center, back to forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale back to forward fold, and then all the way up. Reverse swan dive, fingertips touch. Back to mountain. Right hand makes the big circle. The left hand makes the big circle. Both hands come up. Forward fold. Halfway. Back to forward fold, and then we're coming up again, all the way up. Through the center, mountain pose. Right hand makes the circle. Left hand makes the circle. Both hands up. Prayer through the center. Forward fold. Halfway, lift that chest and heart. This time, hands to the mat. Bend the knees. Walk, step, or jump back to that plank. Let's find our first chaturanga. We slowly lower, elbows in, we hover, and then we come up through a cobra, Ardha Uttanasana this time. From that place, come back to the down dog. Well done. From here, let's shift that weight forward again to plank. Roll and reach the right hand up for full half plank. Side plank. Really reaching up with this hip. Again, the hand can come over. The foot can lift if you want more. Feeling a strength in that left arm. Coming back through plank, pause in the middle, and then to the opposite side. Hand reaches up, hip reaches up. Arms and shoulders are stacked. Variations if you'd like, and come back. Chaturanga, Cobra, or the full up dog, and down dog. Let's come up on your balls of your feet, and lower, and up, and lower. Little foot stretches and strengthening, and then settle back, shifting the weights toward the heels. Nice, slow, easy flow. Right foot to the sky. Right foot to the right elbow. Right foot to the sky. Right foot to the left elbow. Right foot to the sky. Right foot, top of the mat. Finding yourself in high lunge. You can always have your blocks here. Back leg strong. Let's come up for some standing here, let's go ahead and bring our hands to our heart and then turn that left heel down. But what tends to happen as soon as we put that heel down is this left hip wants to reach back. So bring your hands to your hips and then actively turn them back to the front. Now keeping your hands on your hips, maybe you need it to shorten your stance. Sometimes I do. Let's shift up, heel down. Keep those hips forward, heel up, heel down. One more time. Heel up, heel down. And if warrior one with heel down is too much, you can always put the heel up. Hands back up. And then let's shift chest forward, hands back. We get that long line. And up. And forward. And up. And forward. And up. Straighten the right leg. Just give ourselves a little bit of a break. Reach those hands forward, flat back, arms reach out. And then hands come down again, either to blocks or either side of that right foot. And then we bring our chest gently over that right leg. And now my two sides are really different because I have a slight pull in this right leg. And maybe you find the same thing, that the sides are really different. Come on back up to the flat back, and then all the way up. From here, we're going to bend back into warrior one, bend that knee, and then we're going to turn to warrior two. So warrior two, the hips turn to the long side of the mat. That knee pointed straight ahead. Don't let it tilt out. And go ahead and find your peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. Nice slow flow through these standing poses. Back to warrior two. Let's straighten the leg, give ourselves a break. Reverse triangle, right hand up and over. Legs are strong. Back to starfish, hands out. Ribs reach forward, 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 forward. And then the right hand drops. Far triangle. Let's start with stacking our shoulders and that left hand reaching up, fingertips together. And then let's find that circle. Left hand reaches over the head, drops down, back, up, and around. Mobility of that shoulder joint. See if you can keep the hips stable while you make these big, big circles with that left hand, and then hand back up. Hand back over the head and hold. Go and turn your eyes to the foot, drop that hand, maybe change the stance again as we come back here to pyramid. Then we're going to bend back into that right knee, but I'm popping my left heel up. I'm going to find the twist, or right hand up. This is our only twist. Our last class we did a lot of twisting. This one, not as much. But one. Drop that hand again. Walk that right foot out. And you have some options here. You can drop the knee. Come to forearms, different combinations. Getting a really big stretch. And then like we did in plank, you can shift back and forth a little on the ball of that foot. if you're on your forearms, come on up. Reframe that foot. And let's step back and meet in downward dog. Pedal it out. Can always come to child's pose between the two sets. Because now we're going to do all of that with the left foot. So let's bring that left foot to the sky. Left foot, left elbow. Left foot to the sky. Left foot, right elbow. Left foot to the sky. Left foot, top of the mat. Feel the lunge. That strength of your high lunge. And then come up. Hands up. So what we did here is we played with turning the right heel down for warrior one. So again, you can bring your hands to your hips because there's a tendency to let it tilt out. But if you get a tweak in your back or something, then don't force this. Heel up, heel down. Should feel fine back here. If it doesn't, don't force it. Heel up and down 3 times. Then stay with heel down for warrior one, and hands come up. Let's bring the weight forward and up. I think I swung the arms back for that part. Chest forward, arms back, and up. Chest forward, arms back, and up. Hold, and then straighten that left leg. Hands reach out for flat back. You can see how long the arms can stay out. And then when you're ready to rock them down to either side of the left foot and let the body melt over the left leg. Chin toward chin. Come on back up. Hands up. And then let's bend back into that left knee and turn to warrior two. Gauge the legs. We talked about that a ton in the last couple classes. You can go back and do those again. Really engaging muscles around bones. So the muscles around the bones are squeezing. Things are engaged. So that we use the muscles instead of relying on the joints. Go ahead and reverse that warrior. Left hand up and over. Hips stay down. And back to warrior two. Straighten that left knee again. Reverse triangle, hand up and over. Should be able to feel that stretch in the tensor fascia lata, that fascia plane that goes from ankle, knee, hip. And back, arms spread wide. And we're going to shift the ribs forward, forward, forward. And then drop that left hand and find triangle. Right hand up, shoulders stacked, arms spread wide. Use your blocks. And then we brought the hand over, down, and around. So we're moving the shoulder joint and keeping the rest of the body still, still, still. Big shoulder mobility. And then meet me with arm up, and then let's do arm over. Keep that right shoulder back. Then turn eyes down, drop the hand, Then come back to where we were. Over this left leg. Pop the right heel up. Come to high, low lunge. Walk the foot over. Bring both hands to the inside. And let's come on down. If you want to your forearms, you can always put the knee down. Otherwise, keep that right leg strong. Keep that left knee by the left shoulder. Come on back up. If you're down, walk the foot back in. Shift the weight back and forth like we did. And then step back and meet me in down dog. Let's bring that left leg up, left leg top of the mat. And this time, walk your hands to the right side and bring your feet parallel. So we're in wide angle forward fold. Drop the head, walk the hands back. Forearms are parallel, elbows are bent, fingertips point forward. And you see how far you can walk them back. Tailbone reaches to the sky. Big stretch. Let's do another variation. Walk the hands forward. Come on up. This time bring your hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Lift the heart, roll the shoulder blades back. Then lift the hands off the buttocks. Forward fold. Knuckles reach to the sky and up and over. Crown reaches for the earth. Big shoulder opener. If that's too much, pick a different variation. And come on back up. Release the hands, bring the hands to hips. Walk the feet in. A few clicks. Have your feet at a 45-degree angle. Hands at heart. We're going to lower the hips. And then we're going to come up. And lower, making big circles again with the arms and up. So the hands rock it up and then come down. So we're really, hips keep going back, knees stay over ankles, up. One more time. And meet me here in a yogi squat. Right hand down, left hand up. And you can bind it if you want. And then left hand down, right hand up. Again, you can bind it if you want, meaning you left hand around the left knee and the right hand drops to the lower back and the fingertips clasp. And then up. Let's go ahead and rock it back up one more time. And hands come to hips. Whew. Oh my goodness. Feeling dizzy there. I wanted to do a balancing pose. Let's step the right foot out and root through the left leg. Bring the right leg around. Let's touch, you can touch it down on the mat, or you can wrap it around. Then spread those arms wide. Right elbow comes under left for eagle arms. And we hold. Fingertips are lifting up. Thighs are squeezing together, balancing on one leg or using the kickstand approach. Go ahead and open and see if without touching down, which I didn't do, you can kick that right leg out. Arms arms spread wide, and set it down. Let's do the other side. Rooting through the right leg. Left toe touches out. Arms spread wide. Start by crossing the legs, wrapping the thighs, stacking the knees. Maybe that foot can hook, maybe it touches down. Then left arm under right, palms together. Squeeze it all into the center line. Challenging ourselves to not touch that foot down, but bring the left knee up, and then kick that foot out with arms spread wide for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, just like me, you may have one side that's stronger than the other, and that is normal. Now we're going to come to the floor, right where we are. Let's kind of sit back on our heels and come up on the balls of our foot. Balancing here, hands at heart, thighs parallel to the earth. So this is a simple balancing and foot strengthening pose. Belly pulls slightly in, crown of the head lifts. And then hands reach out, hips reach back, and stretch the legs out. Shake out the legs. Let's see, let's bring right leg, knee up and drop it out. Coming into a seated tree pose, right knee, you create a 90-degree angle, the sole of the foot pushes into the thigh. Then we turn the body over the left leg and slide the arms down. Finding where you can grab and then resting into that spot. Come on back up. Take this left hand and bring it behind us. Plant it, fingertips point back. And then we're gonna, actually, wrong hand. Come back to the center. Reach the right hand back behind us, fingertips back. We're gonna reach the left hand up and over. Coming up on that right shin, lifting the hips. So it's a variation of wildling, but I was trying to do it backwards. Go ahead and set the hips back down. Bring the right knee up, stretch that right leg out, bend that knee, left knee up, tree pose on this side. Adjust, get it situated, then turn the chest over the right leg, toes point up. Hands slide down, find your stretch. Holding these long poses, they can get really nice stretches. Come on back up. This time we know which hand to put back. Left hand back, the right hand comes up and over. And we're lifting onto that left shin. Hips and belly button reach up. I hit the wall, so I'm bending my arm, but it's a nice yawn, nice arch Gene stretch. And set it back down. Turn back to the front, lift the left knee and slide it out to meet the right. Let's roll those shoulders up, down, and back. Oh, feels so good. Nod the head, lift the crown of the head, and then place the palms next to the hips and push in as you lift your toes. And pull them so far back that it pops your heels up. Keep pushing down. Belly pulls to spine. Keep holding. We're going to keep holding this so your legs should start feeling quivery. They're so engaged. Keep going. A little bit more. And set it down. Let's do a nice forward fold. Maybe a little bend in those knees as you slide those hands forward. A halfway lift. So grab where you're going to grab and then lift that heart and then melt a little further in. Lots of variations on the forward fold holds. Wrapping hands, grabbing toes, placing the palms on the bottom of the feet, as if you're standing on your hands. So many variations. And come on back up. Ooh. Lift the crown of the head. Shake it out. Let's go ahead and come to our backs. I thought we were going to do a lot more seated, but then I got really into that nice slow flow. Come to your backs, rock side to side. Circles, massage the back. Place the heels of your feet close to your bottom, hip width apart, and palms come down by your heels, palms down. Walk the fingers down as far as they go to pull those shoulders down. And then we're going to press into our feet by tucking the tail, engaging the core, and lifting up. Both butt cheeks should get engaged, the lift high, and hold. Coming back to that ocean breath. Push a little higher. And then slowly see how slow you can lower. Lower, 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 so the tailbone's the last thing. And now let's turn that into more of the wave. We inhale, hands come up and over, palms face up, hips lift. Exhale, hands down, hips down. Now you find your own way with that. Inhale, hands up and over, hips up. Exhale, hands down. You decide how many. Coming into that oceanic breath. And then, with hips down, we're going to then take a block, take it long ways and put it from iliac crest to iliac crest, meaning from hip pointer to hip pointer, the long way across the lower back. And then we'll do two things. First, we'll straighten our legs and feel the opening there. This passive, now, taking the pressure off our legs. grab the block, put those hands back down. And then let's enjoy our ankles. We did all that foot strengthening. Let's make some ankle circles. One way and the other. And then flex and point and over point so that you curve that foot to make a C. Curling the toes in and then pulling the toes back. Foot strengthening. Just looking at those feet and appreciating that we balance our entire bodies on those two little feet most of the day. And then bend the knees. Place one foot down, the other foot down. Remove the block. Stretch out that left leg and bring that right leg into the body. Really grab that shin and pull it in. Pull it in. And then let's bring that leg, that bent knee across the body. Right arm reaches out, eyes gaze at this right hand. We find the twist. Slowly untwist. The left leg comes up, right leg stretches, squeeze in that shin. Really feel the squeezing in before we twist. And then find the twist. Knee comes across the body, left arm reaches out. Eyes gaze toward the left hand and then close. A few more breaths here. And come back. And let's bring both knees up. And find happy baby. Both knees reach for the armpits. Soles of the feet shine to the sky. Rock and roll or hold still. And then bring those knees together, ankles and big toes together. Wrap the arms around your shin. Nice and tight. Give your knees a kiss for all they've done. Hug tight, squeeze those thighs, or squeeze those shins to the core. Tight, tight, tight. Maybe curl the toes and stretch the face. And then let's come all the way up to Shavasana. Legs spread wide, arms spread wide. And the whole body relaxes. With some nice deep thigh sighs. Maybe big exhales as you completely relax. I'm going to read you the poem again, and then we're going to sit in Shavasana with every out breath, naturally relaxing us a little deeper. The practice of yoga, a luminous thread winds through movement and breath, stretching all the way back to the soul center. Practice done to nurture that connection becomes embodied prayer, a daring experiment in revealing and receiving truth. When I practice in this way, divine presence touches every facet of my day, transforming ordinary moments into treasures and turning the simplest of tasks into holy offerings. Practice draws me closer to the one whose goodness and love radiates in all directions. No matter what mood or attitude I begin with, practice never fails to leave me changed. Letting the benefits of our practice sink in here in Shavasana. We'll rest. From this place of stillness, bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Feeling the in-breath and the out-breath. Being present for our lives. And if you're ready, go ahead and bring both hands over the head. Roll to your right side, rest your chest on your upper arms, bring your knees toward your chest as we pause here for gratitude, thankfulness, appreciation, and then pushing yourself back up to that seated position. We bring our hands to our heart and we end in 3 breaths together. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling with a little sound. Looks like this. It can be an ooh, an oh, an om. Any sound that comes out is fine. Last one. That light, that spirit in me honors that in every single one of you. Thanks for your practice and making the world a better place. Namaste. Happy Halloween. See you next week.